Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island, Season 10 opens as team vows to follow science and a tunnel in the money pit. The Curse of Oak Island returned last night for the premiere of Season 10, and it's clear that this year, the team is determined to use science and technology to uncover the treasure. The Lagina brothers have been digging up Oak Island for 10 years now, but never before have they had such an array of scientific tools at their disposal. For Marty Lagina, it's now all about the science. The last few seasons have seen the guys put more and more faith in archaeologists and archaeology, and they now have an XRF, X-ray fluorescence machine, and an XRD, X-ray diffraction machine, both of which help to analyze the composition of artifacts. The show started with a quick rundown of the key areas that will require investigation this year. One of the first things mentioned was the use of MOO technology, a groundbreaking system for mapping the island under the surface. But unfortunately, this will take a few months. Other things on the to-do list included uncovering more artifacts from Lot 8, more studies in the swamp area, and also further trips abroad, such as to Portugal and England, to establish links between Europe, the Templar Knights, and Oak Island. However, Marty was very clear when he stressed that their main focus should be uncovering whatever is giving the high readings of gold and silver in the water under the money pit. The Curse of Oak Island team hopes to find the gold in the water. Since last year, geologist Dr. Ian Spooner has been taking samples from underground water, and he keeps finding traces of gold and silver, too much for it to be from natural deposits. This year, he's been tasked with taking more samples so he can pinpoint exactly where the guys should dig for the treasure. And Marty wants him to do this really quickly. Ian is already super interested in the area surrounding the garden shaft. This was a searcher shaft discovered by the guys in 2017, but subsequently abandoned. Ian has now said that gold in the water suggests a deposit of treasure may be down there. In last night's episode, the drill team, headed by Charles Barkhouse and Terry Matheson, unearthed a 5-foot wide tunnel at 103 feet in the money pit area. Again, using new science, the team stuck a camera down the drill shaft and was actually able to view the broken timbers of a tunnel. This was the first time ever that the team was able to view a structure underground. The guys were then able to map the tunnel using sonar imaging. The Oak Island team tracked the direction of new tunnel, and there was even more excitement when surveyor Steve Gutill indicated that the tunnel might be heading toward the garden shaft. There's more. The guys were able to extract some of the wood timber. The wood looked really old and had possibly been worked using a medieval adze tool. Unfortunately, the carbon-14 dating was somewhat inclusive, giving an age range of over 200 years, but the earliest date possible was the 1640s, which could put it in the time period of depositors. There's a long way to go in this season, with over 20 episodes waiting for us, but it's already looking very exciting and promises to be an action-packed year. And as Marty said at the start of the show, I want to get to the bottom of it this year. This year, I mean it, Ock. We gotta get it done, guys. The early morning sun cast a golden glow over the windswept landscape of Oak Island, heralding the dawn of a new chapter in the centuries-old quest for the island's elusive treasure. As the camera panned over the familiar landmarks, the ominous money pit, the tranquil Smith's Cove, the daunting swamp, the seasoned team of treasure hunters prepared to delve deeper than ever before into the mysteries that had captivated them and millions of viewers for nearly a decade. The Curse of Oak Island, Season 10 was about to begin, and this time, the team was determined to let science lead the way. Rick and Marty Lagina, the stalwart brothers at the heart of the expedition, stood side by side, their faces etched with determination and anticipation. Years of trials and triumphs had not dulled their resolve. If anything, the myriad setbacks and small victories had only strengthened their commitment. Beside them, their trusted crew assembled: crate tester, The meticulous engineer, Gary Drayton, the enthusiastic metal detecting expert, Alex Lagina, bringing fresh ideas and youthful vigor, and a host of seasoned veterans and new specialists ready to lend their expertise. The previous season had ended on a tantalizing note. They had discovered a potential tunnel deep in the Money Pit area, hinting at long-forgotten excavation efforts that might lead to the treasure. This season, their mission was clear: explore this tunnel thoroughly and scientifically, using the latest technology and methods to unlock its secrets. The stakes had never been higher, and neither had their hopes. Today marks a new beginning, Rick announced, his voice steady with purpose. We vow to follow the science, to let the data guide us, and to explore every possibility this tunnel presents. The team's first task was to deploy a state-of-the-art sonar scanner into the depths of the Money Pit. This device, capable of creating detailed 3D maps of underground structures, was their best chance of understanding the tunnel's true nature. As the scanner descended into the murky depths, the tension was palpable. The monitor flickered to life, revealing the rough contours of a man-made passageway. Cheers erupted from the team, but they quickly regained their focus. This was just the beginning. With the tunnel mapped, the next step was to determine its stability and safety for exploration. Marty, ever the pragmatist, insisted on a thorough analysis. Ground-penetrating radar and seismic tests were conducted to assess the tunnel's integrity. The results were promising. The tunnel was ancient yet surprisingly stable. With safety protocols in place, the team prepared for their most daring venture yet, sending a remote-operated vehicle, ROV, into the tunnel to gather further data. As the ROV navigated the narrow passage, its cameras relayed images of weathered timbers and stonework, suggesting human activity from centuries past. The excitement was infectious. Gary Drayton's eyes sparkled as he interpreted the findings, envisioning the efforts of those who had come before. We're on the right track, mates. This could be it, the path to the treasure. Meanwhile, at Smith's Cove, another group focused on an intriguing new development. The previous season had unearthed a series of wooden structures and artifacts, hinting at extensive human activity. Determined to understand their significance, the team enlisted the help of marine archaeologists and historians. By combining carbon dating, dendrochronology, and historical research, they hoped to piece together the puzzle of who had built these structures and why. The historians pored over ancient maps and documents, cross-referencing them with the physical evidence. One document, in particular, caught their attention: a 17th-century map depicting a hidden vault on Oak Island. The vault's location corresponded intriguingly with the area of the Money Pit. Could this be the legendary treasure trove they sought? The possibility was electrifying. Back at the Money Pit, the ROV had reached a critical juncture. The tunnel widened into a chamber, its walls lined with what appeared to be ancient crates and chests. The team watched breathlessly as the ROV maneuvered closer, its mechanical arm extending to probe the contents. The feed was grainy, but there was no mistaking the glint of gold. Jubilation broke out, tempered with a deep sense of awe. They had found something significant, but the journey was far from over. Rick and Marty knew that this discovery would attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Security around the site was tightened, and the team prepared for the next phase, a full-scale excavation of the tunnel and its chamber. They called in additional experts, archaeologists, conservationists, and even cryptographers, to ensure that whatever they found would be preserved and understood in its historical context.